Hello everyone, welcome to Pabbly Chatflow. So in this video, we are going to learn how to build a WhatsApp chatbot for service inquiries and instant business info. So let's suppose I'm running a fitness center and I'm receiving many messages and inquiries on my WhatsApp relating to class, schedule and membership pricing. Now I'm manually replying to all of these messages, but doing this is a very time consuming task. So I'm completely going to automate this process, and to do this automation, I'm going to create chatbot using Pabbly Chatflow. So with the help of Pabbly Chatflow, I'm going to create a chatbot which will instantly reply to all of the messages that I have received from my customers. Now if you want to learn how you can also create a chatbot using Pabbly Chatflow, then let me take you all to my screen.
Welcome to my screen, everyone. So today in this session, we are going to learn how to create chatbot under Pabbly Chatflow. So chatbot is a powerful no-code automation tool that allows businesses to create AI-driven chatbots for customer support, lead generation, and more. It helps automate repetitive tasks, improving efficiency and response time. So by offering 24/7 support, it enhances customer experience and boosts engagement. It's important because it saves time, reduces human error, and allows businesses to focus on growth. So here we have landed to the dashboard of Pabbly Chatflow, and we are going to learn how we can create chatbot using Pabbly Chatflow. So this is the app dashboard of Pabbly Chatflow. On the left hand side where you can see all these options, I'm going to click on this flows. Now as I open this flows, I have landed to this page of Flow Builder. On the right hand side where you can see this add flow button, you have to click on this to create a new flow. So let's open this. So let's suppose I'm running a fitness center and I'm receiving many messages and queries on my WhatsApp. I'm manually replying to all of these messages, but instead of answering these same questions repeatedly, we can create a chatbot that instantly responds, ask questions, and provide the required details. So now let's start creating the chatbot step by step. So the first step in creating the chatbot is that we have to select the trigger, which means when the chatbot should respond. So here we are going to enter some keywords with the help of which this chatbot is going to get activated. So here I am going to use commonly used keywords like hey, hi, hello. So here I have successfully added the keywords hey, hi and hello. Then we have to add the regex. Now not only keywords are important, but we also need to enter regex. So here regex is like a smart search tool that helps chatbots identify patterns in user messages. So instead of manually listing out every possible keyword, you can define rules to match different variation of words or phrases. So if I only enter keywords like hey, hi, hello, the bot will respond only when those exact words are typed. If you use regex, you can create rules. So by enabling regex, your chatbot can understand more variation of user messages without needing to add every possible keywords manually. So here we are going to take an example and I am going to enter a regex like. So here I have entered my regex like this. We have to use the same exact format to enter the regex, and I have mentioned a rule. Now over here, if someone will write, I want a class, I want a demo class, I want to enroll in yoga class, whatever the message, these regex class, yoga and Pilates will trigger if the user mention these words in any sentence. Now here it's also written that enter regex to match substring trigger, enable toggle for case sensitive regex. So here it's not mandatory to toggle this button. It's only for case sensitivity. So here I am going to toggle this button on. Now here in the start of the flow, we have added the keywords and the regex. Now on the left hand side, you can see two options, messages and actions. So under this messages, we have these four buttons, text, media, list and templates. So this text button sends a text message along with the multiple clickable buttons. So user can tap a button to continue the conversation. We are going to perform this and I am going to show you how exactly it works. Then we have this media button. So this allows you to send images, videos or GIFs with a message. And then we have this list button. So this shows the list of options instead of buttons. So this is very useful when we have many choices. So instead of adding the buttons, we can use this list. And then we finally have this template. So this is a predefined message format that include text, images, buttons and links. So templates are simply pre-designed message formats that include text, images, buttons and links. Now moving on to the next option that we have is actions, and if I click on this action, I can see all these options provided over here. First one is condition. So this condition allows you to set a logical condition for branching the conversation flow. So if the user selects yes, they will continue with the next question. If the user selects no, the conversation will end. Next we have is ask address. So this prompts the user to enter their address, and this will store it in the contact field that we have created, the custom contact field. Next is the location. So you can request the user's live location. Next is this ask question. So this will help us gather user input such as email, phone number or feedback, or any question that you want to ask to your lead. Next is ask media. So this will help the user to upload images, videos or documents. Then is the set custom field. So this stores input in custom variables for later use. Then we have this tag. So we can assign a tag to the user for segmentation and targeted follow-ups. Then in this API request sends or retrieve data from external APIs to enhance chatbot functionality. For example, if you want to fetch real-time order status for an e-commerce system. And then finally, this connect flow. So this links the flow to another chatbot flow. So for example, this will redirect users from a general inquiry flow to a booking flow. So now according to my use case, I want to ask the question from my user. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply drag and drop this ask question over here. So now I'm going to connect this trigger with my question. So I'm going to connect these two circles, and here you can see that we have connected the trigger and the question. Now I'm going to add a question. So here I'm going to ask some questions to my customers so that I can store their contact details. For that, I'm first going to ask about their contact details. So here I'm going to enter my message like, "Hello, welcome to FitLife Fitness Center. I'm your virtual assistant, here to help you with our service." And then I've added, "Before we get started, could you please share your phone number so we can better assist you?" And then we can see the select contact custom field. So here I am going to update this contact custom field so that whenever this customer will give the information, my contact custom field will be automatically updated in my contact list. So here I am going to select my contact custom field. When I open this, in this drop down, I can find all the custom fields which I have created. Here I want the user to enter their phone number. So in the contact custom field, I am going to select phone. Now, if you want to learn how to create this contact custom field, on the left hand side where you can see all these options, you have to click on this settings, and from here you have to click on this contact custom fields. Now under this contact custom fields, you can see all the fields which have been created. Here we have all these contact custom fields. If you want to add any more field like qualification or any of the field, you can simply click on this add more field, and then you can add the field according to your choice and preference and simply click on the save. And after this has been saved, this particular custom field will start appearing over here. Now let's go back to my flows. So here in my contact custom field, I'm going to select the phone number because I want the user to enter the phone number, and as I select this, as soon as the user enter the phone number, it will be automatically updated in my contact custom field. Next in this format, as we are getting the phone number, we are going to select this as number. Now in the minimum and maximum value, I do not want to enter anything. If you want to enter, you can enter. In the number of attempts, here I am going to enter this as 1. If you want to give more number of attempts, you can enter according to your choice. Then I do not want to enter the validation message also. Here I am going to skip this. If you want to enter, you can enter your validation message according to your preference. Now here what I have done, I have asked the phone number. In this ask question box, I have first asked the phone number, but I also want one more detail of the customer, which is email address. So I am going to again drag this ask question box over here, and then I am going to make the connection from this circle to this circle. So here I have made the connection of this question to this question, and after I am provided with the phone number, I am going to ask for the email address, and for that I am going to enter the message like. So here I have entered the message, "Thanks for sharing your phone number. Now could you please provide your email address?" In the contact custom field, I am going to select this as email, and then in the format, I am going to select this as email. So here in the number of attempts, I'm going to enter this as 1. I'm going to leave this validation message as blank. Here we have asked 2 questions. We started the flow with this trigger, then we asked 2 questions. First we asked the phone number, then we asked the email address. So now my contact custom fields are updated. I have gathered and stored the phone number and the email address of this user, and now we are going to move forward. So here that we have asked the question, next I'm simply going to click on the circle, drag this, and then I'm going to click on this text plus button. Now that I've received the information of this user, I want to send the message. And I'm going to send the message for my class, which is, so here I've entered this message, thanks for that. You are all set. Now, how can I assist you today? Let me know which option you are interested in. Here I am going to enter 3 options. I am going to provide 3 options. First is contact information, second is membership pricing, and third is class scheduling. So over here I can see this add button options. So I am going to provide 3 options. So I need to enter 3 button. I am going to click on this add button. So here I have added 3 buttons, and I am going to add these options in these 3 buttons. First one is class schedule, second is membership pricing, and the third one is contact information. So here I have added 3 options in these 3 buttons: class schedule, membership pricing, contact information. And then we need to provide messages for each of these buttons. So moving forward, we have to provide the message. Now, if the user click on this class schedule, what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on the circle and build another connection. I'm going to click on this text plus button and then enter my message as, great. What type of class are you interested in? Let me know and I'll show you the schedule. So here I am providing 2 classes. One is yoga, another is Pilates. So I am going to enter the options in these 2 buttons. First one is yoga, second one is Pilates. So here I've provided 2 options. Now if this user click on this yoga option, I have to move this chatbot further. So now let's suppose the user clicked on this yoga button. So I am going to click on the circle, drag this and then click on this text plus button. In the message I am going to write, our yoga class is available every Monday and Wednesday at 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. Would you like to book a class? And then I am going to provide 2 buttons. One is yes, other is no. So here I am going to provide the button as yes, book a class, and then no, main menu. Now if the user wants to book a class, I have to provide further message. Now if the user click on this no main menu, I am going to restart this flow, and for that what I am going to do, I am going to connect this same flow to this particular flow. For that, let's first name this flow as Service Inquiry Bot 1. So this is the name, Service Inquiry Bot 1. I'm going to click on the save. So here flow updated successfully. Now what we are going to do, we are going to click on this connect flow. On the left hand side, we can see this option of connect flow. I'm going to drag and drop that over here. And then I'm going to connect this circle from this circle. Now in this connect flow box, we can see this drop down where I can see all the bots which have been created. Here you can see the name of this bot or the flow is Service Inquiry Bot 1. So I'm going to select this. Now when the customer will click on this no main menu, this bot will redirect and start again with the similar messages. Now over here, I need to create the message for this yes book a class. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to follow the same process, drag and drop, and then click on this text plus button and then add my message as, let us suppose the message is, please visit the link below to book the appointment. And I'm going to provide the link as, let's say, this is my link. I have provided a random link to schedule or book the slot, and then I have provided the link over here. Now please visit the link below to book the appointment. I have provided the link and then or select your preferred time when we can call you. Here I am going to provide 2 buttons. One is for 6 p.m. Another is for 8 p.m. Now if the customer wants to book their slot, they can visit this link, or if they prefer to get a call and then book a slot or a schedule, they can select the timings. Now if they select the timings, I am again going to send the last message, which will be, I'm going to click on this text plus button and enter my message as yay. We are going to call you soon. Thanks for choosing us. Happy training. So this will be my message. Now after this user select the time 6 p.m. or if they select 8 p.m. the same message is going to be sent to them. So I have made the connection from both of these circles. Now whether they select this or this, the message will be same. So here we are done with this one part. Let's recheck this once. I selected my trigger and then I have asked the questions to my users. Now after the question, I asked whether they are interested in class schedule, membership, pricing or the contact information. And then I created the class schedule, yoga and Pilates. We have not created one for the Pilates yet. I have created yoga. So we are going to follow the same process for Pilates also. So once they select yoga, the class timings are sent to them and then they are asked whether they wish to book the class or not. So they are going to select from these two buttons. After they select that, they can move forward with these steps. So now we have to create the flow for this Pilates also. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this particular box, this message where I have given the yoga class timing. I'm going to copy this and then I'm going to create the connection of this Pilates from this circle. I'm just going to change the timings. So here I'm going to remove this and then enter a new message which is for Pilates class. Our Pilates class is every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 a.m. and 7 p.m. Would you like to book a class? Now here I have the same option, yes, book a class, no main menu. In the previous flow what we have done, we have provided 3 options. So here I am going to provide the 3 options again. I am going to copy these boxes, drag it and make this connection between yes, book a class circle and this message. So now if they want to book the slot for the Pilates class, they will be clicking on this yes, book a class and then the next message that will be sent to them will be please visit the link below to book the appointment. And same thing is going to happen with this no main menu. What we have done, we have connected the flow. So here we have connected this flow. I'm going to copy this, drag this below and make the connection between this circle and this circle. Now when the user will click on this no main menu, this flow will restart again. Now one more step is left. We have to send the thank you message. So again I'm going to copy this, drag this, make connection between these two. So here this message will be sent to the user. Now my flow appears something like this. So here we are done with this button, class schedule. We have created flow for both of these buttons, yoga and Pilates. Next one is membership pricing. So I'm providing the membership monthly, annually, and I'm also providing a premium plan. So now we have to create that. I'm going to drag the circle, click on this text plus button and I'm going to enter the message like, we have several membership plans available. Would you like to know about our monthly, annual or premium options? And then as I have 3 buttons, 3 options, I'm going to click on this add button. And then I'm going to provide my 3 options which are monthly plan, annual plan and premium plan. Now I have to provide the detail for each of these plans. For that, I'm going to follow the same process. Click on this text plus button. Here I'm going to write the message as, here I've written the message as our monthly plan is $49 per month. It gives you access to all our classes. Would you like to sign up? Then I'm going to add 2 buttons. One will be yes, other will be no. Yes, sign me up. No, main menu. Now if the user click on this yes, sign me up, I'm going to add another box and then in this main menu, I'm going to start the flow again. So I'm going to copy this and drag that over here and make this connection. So if they choose this no main menu, this bot will restart again. Now in this yes, sign me up, I'm going to make this connection, click on this text plus button and add my message as this one. Awesome, you are all set to sign up for monthly plan at $49 per month. Please click the link below to complete your registration and payment. Here I have added my random link and then I am going to again add the button that whether if the customer wants the customer support or they want the contact information, I am again going to add 2 buttons for that. So here I am going to write contact support or main menu. Here we are going to connect the same flow like we did so that we can restart this bot. And then I'm going to select the bot as service inquiry bot 1. Now here in the contact support, I am going to add a box in which I am going to add my fitness training center details like the phone number or the email address so that the user can reach us for the support. I'll enter the message as, here's how you can reach us. So here I have provided the phone number and the email address. So now we have created the flow for this monthly plan button, and I am going to follow the same process for this annual plan. So let me quickly create the flow for this annual plan also. Now here I have added all the membership pricing for monthly, annual and premium. I have added all the details that we have just added. In the same way, just like I added in this monthly plan, I have done the same for this annual plan and the premium plan. Now, in this contact information, this last field is required, which is contact information. Now, if the user click on this contact information button, we are simply going to provide the contact information of the fitness training center. For that, I am going to click on this text plus button. And then I am going to simply give away the details of my fitness center. So here I am going to write the message as, so I have entered the message as, here's how you can reach us, the phone number and the email address in @pablitudes.com. So this is my contact information. So here I have built this entire flow. We started with the trigger, asked 2 questions, stored that information, then we moved to the next step. We wanted to send the message. So here we send the message, provided various buttons and options to the user. They selected according to a choice, and then we created the rest of the flow. So here we are going to check this flow once, whether it is working fine or not. For that, I'll be sending WhatsApp message from my own WhatsApp number. And let's check whether I received this response or not. But before doing that, make sure that you have turned on this button so as to keep this flow active. And then you have to click on this save. Make sure that you save your flows. So here flow updated successfully. Now we are going to open my WhatsApp and send WhatsApp message. Hi, I'm looking for yoga class. I have received the message, hello, welcome to Fit Life Fitness Center. This is the same exact message that we have entered. Now we need to provide the phone number. So let's provide the phone number as. Now instantly I have received this reply, thanks for sharing your phone number. Now could you please provide your email address? I am going to provide a random email address, abc@pablitudes.com. Let's send this. And then I have received the next message. Thanks for that. You are all set. Now how can I assist you today? Let me know which option you are interested in. So let's go with this class schedule. I have selected class schedule, and then it's asking me which class I'm interested in. Let's go with this yoga. I've selected that, and then I am provided with this option that the yoga class is from this timing to this timing on these days. Do you want to book? Yes, I want to book. And here I have received the message. So here I can click on this link, go to that link and schedule my slot or the class, or I can select this timing. So let's select this timing, and after I select this time, I have received the last message that we have created in the flow. And here we have received the same exact message. Now if I go back and click on this membership pricing, let's wait for the response. Here we can see that we have created the same buttons and we have received the same message. Now let's go with this monthly plan. And here I have received, so I'm going to click on this yes, sign me up. And then I have received the next message as, do you want to contact or get back to me in menu? And if I click on this link, particular link, I will be redirected to the page where I can make the registration and do the payment. So here if I click on this contact support, let's check the message, what they are sending. And here I have received the message. So this is the message. So here you can see how smoothly this chatbot has started working. So here we have received the same exact messages that we have added while creating this chatbot. Now here I have shown you my WhatsApp. If you want to check whether the message has been sent to your customer or not, you can simply go back to your Pabbly Chatflow account. On the left hand side, you can click on this inbox option. And here you can see all the messages which have been sent. Here you can see that we provided all the details and then we moved on to the next messages and next buttons. So this is the same exact message that we have received in our WhatsApp. So this is how chatbot will be created in Pabbly Chatflow by automating your processes, improving customer engagement and offering 24/7 support. You will save time and boost your business efficiency. So here we have successfully created chatbot with the help of Pabbly Chatflow, which helps us reply to messages automatically, collect customer information, and provide 24/7 support. Here I have shown you the real-time example. Now I hope you like this video of how we created this entire chatbot and send messages to the customer. So I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching.